Woo! Network. Do you reckon they channel Ric Flair for this? I like this one. So I'm going to talk about Woo Network and what's going on with it. Um, because this is actually a real top tier project. It's built um, on so many chains now as well. So I'm going to get into that in a second. Before I do, as always, update the spreadsheet. The first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would smash it in this bull cycle, along with the Udemy course that was Phantom. If you'd invested $100 into each one when I released the videos, and we're still holding those bags, you'd be in profit for $61,000. Adding your $2,600 investment, you'd be sitting on just shy of 64K. So I've held all of these in close positions on damn near all in profit. And then reinvested all that money into new cryptos. If you want to see the cryptos that I'm in, check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my live portfolio. I've built this to maximize gains during the bull cycle. My holdings, I've been outperforming the market week in and week out. And some of my top tier projects are set for explosive gains. The key to the bull cycle, make the gains now, because the bear cycle, that's where the money's made. Find the right investments and you can 100, 200, 300,000 times your money, because the bear cycle is the real opportunity. So you've got to have money to invest then. I found Phantom during the bear cycle. If you'd have put 2.5K in, you'd be on around $1 million right now. So if you want to check out what I have, go to Copy My Crypto. Right, Woo Network. So Woo Network is in X Network's capital portfolio. It's in a few, to be fair. They have contracts across Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Huobi's Hiko mainnet, Polygon, and OKX chain, which is pretty bloody impressive. So the whole idea is it's a deep liquidity network that connects exchanges, traders, institutions, with not only centralized finance but decentralized finance. So you get a real opportunity to participate in the whole ecosystem. It was founded by Kronos Research, which is a multi-strategy trading firm that specializes in market making, arbitrage, CTA, and high-frequency trading, averaging around $5 to $10 billion of daily trading volume on global crypto exchanges. So if we take a look at Woo Network, you can download the app and start trading around. The Woo token is central to the whole economy. So basically, if you're holding Woo, the utility of it is you can have zero fee trading. You get an increased API trading rate limits. So that's for institutions that trade in huge volumes. It also allows you to be an early stage investor in the Woo Ventures airdrops, which obviously, if you're getting airdrops because you're holding the tokens, it's a great way to earn some free crypto. It will also inevitably be one way you can participate in IDOs when that's fully up and running. It also provides liquidity across all the dexes, so Banker, Sushi, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, QuickSwap, MDEX. And you can yield farm with it, and you can borrow and lend with it. They're also going to look at increasing yield for social trading, so Woo stakers can gain access to social trading features on WooX. So you can copy highly successful traders like the day traders. You get access and discounts to institutional yield strategies, so you can see what the institution grade asset management funds would do and match that. And obviously, there's a governance within it. We will also do a token burn. So as you can see, they've burnt roughly around about, Jesus, it's a lot of maths. 500,000, call it 700,000, 1.4 million, 1.7 million, 2.2, 3, about 8.2 million tokens have been banned. There's bridges to every ecosystem now, as you can see, or damn near The only one I don't see right now is Avalanche. Um, and it's basically that you can go onto any DEX now to trade it. When you go onto the team for Woo Network, what you'll see, as I said, it's Kronos Research. Kronos Research is a massive, massive, massive company. The leadership is features the co-founders of Kronos Research as well, who have turned a two-man team into 2000 into a global powerhouse. The institutions that actually they've participated in are Citadel, Deloitte, Carnegie Mellon University, UCL, which is in London, uh, BNP, BNP Paribas, Citi, HSBC. They're trusted by Fembushi, Genesis Block, IOSG Ventures, Dragonfly Capital, Three Arrows Capital, AKG Capital, DeFi Capital, Vendetta Capital, Chain Capital, Hashkey. So well regarded. The team is certainly well regarded, along with the Woo network itself. So they call themselves the best in class liquidity, democratized across the centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. WOEX is what I was talking about with regards to the opportunities within participating in like airdrops if you're holding, and that's the more centralized exchange. But then you've got the WooFi as well, which is their DeFi, which is the DeFi platforms that they're across. And then on top of that, within the partners that they've got, you've got Ascendex, which a lot of people were very bullish on. I'm not sure how people feel about that right now, but everyone was when it launched. 1inch is a beast. Obviously, their ecosystem partners are enormous. And if you check out WooX, let's just go on to standard. As you can see, it's a standard trading format. So there's nothing overly exciting in terms of participating in the exchange. But and you can see that they've got a decent amount of markets, and they certainly do a good amount of volume. Not, it's nowhere close to your sort of Binance's, but it's a good amount of volume and a hell of a lot of tokens that you can play around with and invest in. Most of these are top tier projects, mind you, and most of them are layer one. Well, you've got your layer ones, layer twos, and then you've got a good mix of DeFi top tier projects. So lots to play around with there. Now the main thing that I'm quite excited about with Woo, and I'll say I'm not into Woo right now, but it's something that I'm keeping my eye on. Because that's for your retail investors, the exchange. You've got Woo Trade, which is your institutional based ones. And then in terms of latest news, and like I said, WooFi is just basically go onto any DeFi application and look for Woo, and you can see what the opportunities are. So Woo Ventures is what's going to be the airdrops and IDOs inevitably. So Woo Ventures allocates to investments using token swaps where a project's equity or native token is swapped with Woo. So yeah, you're talking about your mostly it will be IDOs or ICOs or IEOs or however you want to term them. So a unique aspect of Woo Ventures is that 50% of the returns from all investments are airdropped to Woo token holders. The first initiative is the Dodo airdrop that begins on Woo X on October 15th. So that happened just a couple of days, yesterday. In the future, Woo Ventures may explore alternative distribution methods to promote inclusivity, including airdropping on-chain to Woo token holders active in DeFi. So if you're participating in DeFi within Woo, you might get yourself a little more. So the highlights, obviously Dodo, although Dodo, yeah, okay. So Dodo, they've talked about in Q4 of 2020. Credo leverages open source and permissionless infrastructure, and they talked about in Q2 and Q3. They talked about Strips, which aims to build interest rates to DeFi, which will enable traders to efficiently speculate and hedge through a virtual automated market maker. If you want to keep up to date with Woo Ventures, which is obviously slightly different, it's still obviously incorporated in all of Woo Network, but you can check out their Twitter. So Woo Ventures right here talks about what they're going to, well, what's going to be up and coming. But obviously, this is a very new account because they only started posting about this yesterday. But like I said, if you want to keep up to date as well, you can always check their Medium and keep reading up on what's next to come. So Woo Ventures to airdrop 500,000 Dodo to Woo X stakers. So if you're staking Woo on Woo X, you are sorted, and you would have got airdropped a proportion of that yesterday. They're also teamed up with Phantom, but everyone's teaming up with Phantom at the moment because they're a beast. But this is one to keep your eye on because, like I said, especially if you don't necessarily have tons of capital to play around with, you've got the opportunity to get airdropped because you're staking. And there's a big plus there. You know, you can do that along with if you're just keeping an eye out for stuff like NFT airdrops, because randomly on Twitter there'll be NFT airdrops that get posted about. Some of them might be scam, some of them will be scams, so be careful. But if you're short on investment funds, there's opportunities there. Because Woo itself is not that far from its all-time high. Its all-time high was about $1.40 or thereabouts. So it's only about 40% off. Fundamentally, you're going to gain from staking as well. So let's have a look, see what the staking yield is. So with the Woo staking, your APY is calculated based on the base rate times the duration of staking times the frequency of trading. So if you trade lots so trade arcade is frequency of trading. Now diamond hands, where you see diamond hands, that's how long you're willing to stake. Now that's one to be very careful on at the moment, particularly with us being at the back end of a bull cycle. So to get a 1.3 multiplier on your staking for the length of time, you'd have to stake for over a year, over half a year, sorry, which is a long time to lock up, particularly given that in 6 months' time the bull cycle's probably done. So you probably only want to max out between 31 and 90 days if you want the multiplier. Not financial advice, obviously, but yeah, with regards to that, I'd want to be careful. You don't want to overstake and be locked up when the market starts inevitably hitting a bear cycle. But yeah, so keep an eye out. Although they've probably this was a file from June, so they've probably changed it a little bit from now. But yeah, guys, that's it. Woo's an interesting one. Like I said, you're probably not in any rush in terms of necessarily getting in. I'm not sure that it's necessarily going to run wild. But this whole Woo Ventures poses very interesting opportunity. So it might be worth following, because if they announce all of a sudden that they're going to do an airdrop, you know, you might be able to get your Woo staked, get the airdrop, unstake. I think there's about a 7-day bonding period. But back to the markets for a sec. Bitcoin rallied like mad. Obviously, the ETF news started permeating around the space. And it ran up to about 62k before where it is now. Ethereum also ran up to is trying to tackle the 4k level again. And Polkadot ran it as well, back up to $43. So the market's just generally looking pretty hot at the moment. It's a good time to be in it. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you're all doing well. if you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Crypto. Like I said, this is where I share my portfolio, one that is built to maximize gains during the bull cycle, and one that's outperformed the market every week and consistently returns good on investments. If you want to make the gains before the bear cycle, because the bear cycle is where the money is made. The bear cycle is where you find gems that are hugely undervalued. Again, I found Phantom there. And if you want to make those gains, you need to have more money to invest in the bear cycle to build your wealth now, guys. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.